Welcome back, Five Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, Five Aces here. This is your embedded frontline reporter on all things RAGL Season 12 related speaking. The development in the Masters Division has been crazy as of recent. More specifically, the skill gap. This has been a very, very interesting topic that I've observed myself, having netted a lot of losses over the past couple days, as was to be expected. By the way, people have requested that I cast my own replays, but honestly I think that's a bit boring because I know the outcome, I know the army movements and everything, so I can't pretend to act surprised. But if someone else wants to give it a go, say Caution maybe. So Caution, if you're watching, feel free. You've got my blessing to document all my losses, record them as as kind of revenge porn for all the losses that I casted. So yeah, give it a go. With that being said, today's match is being played on a map that I haven't really covered yet, Dover via version 2. Interesting, straight between Dover and Calais, I assume. And the players in question are in the bottom left, spawning from down under, Mr. Anjew, a staple, if you will. Actually, both those players have been in the community for longer than I have, and I have started casting OpenRA in 2015. By then, those people were already established players, so yeah, they are kind of some of the old school traditionalists of OpenRA. And his opponent is Unano. Yeah, this is gonna be an exciting one. I haven't casted a single Anjew game in a very long time. I think we've had a TD game, but nothing RAGL related. So this map lends itself to a War Factory opener. We're seeing divergent builds here, Unano going double ref and a War Factory opener to prove me right here from Anjew. He's, by the way, opted for a building a flame tower early. Interesting. Oh, that's an actual power plant. And a sneaky little bugger, sneaky little grenadier from Unano, trying to get into the wings. Oh, that's such a greedy build from Anjew. Anjew likes playing really greedy early on. That is kind of a mainstay of his build orders. Okay, so the first grenadier gets warded off. That was a grenadier, right? That was an explosion. Also, that's pretty cool. Unano's got the infantry pressure, and yeah, Anjew is so completely out of position that Unano manages to snag back the oil derrick. That is pretty solid. Okay, he's got an inkling that there is something coming his way, so he's sending the rifle infantry back. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Was a nice attempt. One more grenade. I mean, look at the damage though that even one grenadier does to a power plant. Grenadiers versus wood armor, that's what's the opposite of a love story? I mean, it's fun for the grenadier. Let's put it like that. Okay, so the engineer got killed off, and we are seeing a flak track build, so a little bit of infantry pressure. This map is interesting. You can... I think this is one where both build orders are viable, because you've got a fairly solid early patch here, so you can subsist on that for quite a while. But there is also a point to be made that you can move out early with your infantry and apply a lot of pressure, as is being showcased here by Unano, who is taking down the derrick and has also opted for a flak track just for some extra pressure. Now the infantry production is starting. The infantry forges have been fired up for Anjew. He's up to 2 barracks, 3rd barracks is coming its way. And he's got his MCV timing, so despite losing 2 derricks, he is in an okay position because his economy is set up in a phenomenal way. Oh, Unano, don't lose the flak. That was completely unnecessary. That was a 600 credit investment. That's terrible. However, he's also himself on 5 harvesters. He's obviously behind on the MCV time. Whoa, he's going for a tank first? No, wait. No, that's fine. He's just maybe 30-40 seconds behind. Which is the nature of this build order. That lies in the nature of this. There is nothing you can do to avoid that. So some players are playing this more aggressively. Some players would pop down a refinery and then move on to the 3rd expansion already. But Anjew is playing it a bit conservatively. He's just sitting here, content to be on his 2nd base. More barracks being added for him. What's the game plan for Unano? He's just building up a lot of infantry forces. Also, yeah, something I wanted to mention is in terms of the barrels. in terms of dominance, one particular player, and I don't want to spoil anything for those of you who haven't followed, who haven't been following the results, has been absolutely dominant. And I am keen on casting more of their matches, because this has been a story in and on itself. So, second expansion out here. A flag track has been rebuilt. In a Soviet mirror, I'm actually surprised to see that. Flag tracks provide a lot of value scaling to the mid game against allies, because you can scout and screen against anything that allied tier 2 can throw at you. But then again, against Soviets, there's just nothing that a flag track can really threaten. Because yeah, if you go Yak early, Yaks sure they can fall to flag tracks, but they're way too fast and nimble to really die if you exert proper control of that unit. And V2s are too tanky. By the time you can take down a V2 with a flag track, usually there's reinforcements inbound. Because artilleries, they die in like 2 seconds. Little dispatch being sent south. Ah, onto the ore patch from the backlines. That's smart. That is very smart. Anjew is opting for a double prong strategy. Ah, the flag track actually providing some value here. That's interesting. Didn't see that one coming. Concave being set up, but the infantry are facing head first. I'm not sure about that. So down goes the Derrick. That puts them almost at Derrick parity, I would say. 7 barracks already out for Unano. So he's firing on all cylinders. No, wait, it's only 6. Miscalculated there. Anjew is spreading himself a little thin. Huh. He might be caught off guard. Oh, speaking of being caught off guard, though, that's gonna be a juicy target for Anjew. This expansion is basically complete. Oh, ho, ho, what a flame tower shot. Blanket fire. So Concave has been set up here, but Anjew, it feels like he has an army more than Unano. No, Unano's actually ahead in terms of army value. Where is most of his army value? Okay, it's just because this army is bigger. He's moving forward with an unprotected MCV. Okay, that is a risky maneuver. That has cost me 2 games so far in RAGL. Not advisable. He has scouted the army movement though, so something that Unano has done very well is keeping track of Anjew's army movements. He's always caught the army movements with scouts. Oh, gets an MCV on the way in. That is a really good opening salvo here. So that's gonna spell trouble for Anjew. Anjew's one of those players who is building a third Conyard occasionally. Rising to the occasion here. Armies being traded off. That's fairly cost neutral, I would say. So the third base has been denied. The thing is, Anjew still has 2 bases. He's completely fine. What is this? Inching forward with the tank in support, so this is gonna favor Anjew eventually. Yep. The tank arrived just a bit late to the party. Ouch. That was a costly engagement. On the top side though, he's cleaning shop. And he has handily won this engagement. Anjew has a pretty unprotected base here. There's almost nothing. Second war factory already online for Anjew, but I doubt he can hold this. Oh, zap time. Unano could pull his tank out of Tesla range. Doesn't do so though. That's expensive. But there's gonna be a wave of infantry crashing into the Tesla coil now. On the other side, oh, we're seeing a little flank attack that has cost Unano a harvester already. But yeah, that should be able to overrun the base. On the other side, we're seeing the Conyard go down in just a minute, and Anjew is not someone who pulls back his Conyards, he's just do or die. That's good, killing off the ore refinery is Unano, so the economy is denied for now. There's a lot of forces coming his way. So this is eventually died down, this little incursion. Has cost him a harvester, but 2 harvesters should have stayed alive. Where are they? Oh yeah, he's just sent them back. Back on the line. Good. Second war factory out here for Unano as well, and he has again caught a Conyard off guard. Yikes! Some kiting, some hit and run, but ultimately doesn't get the Conyard down. Ah, harvester is certainly dead. The infantry can trade up very well here. Oh, the tank could go on a chase after the MCV, but it decides against it. Wow, there's only rifles left here. So Unano is actually able to clean shop and completely kill off this expansion. That was incredibly fortunate that there were only rifles left at some point. Oh god, this MCV. What is this MCV doing here? He is... Oh, has he seen it? Yeah, he should have. He should have. Radar Dome is out. The Harvester being pulled off from Unano. He still has something left here in the backline, so a little backline surprise. Wow. That's quite a dynamic game, but Unano is seeming to come out on top here. Unano seeming to just take a slightly better trade every single time, and now he's converging onto the mainline expansion. There is no more ore left, but still 3 harvesters harvesting from minimum wage. That is basically, with the staffing shortage, they still haven't raised the wages here. Those harvesters are operating on minimum wage, and as a result will be taken out of commission, taken out of the misery. Capitalism, baby. On this side, okay, Unano got pushed out of the middle, but he saves his harvester, so that's not too bad. Unano still has all of his expansions though, and... Oh, the Radar Dome got killed off, but that's fine. GG! Game 1 going Unano's way, but that was not a clear decision until very much later than halfway into the game, so very dynamic. Lots of army movement from both players. We are gonna be back with game number 2. I'm keen for some more RAGL.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Alrighty. Game number 2 being played on Rediscovery. And fun fact, as you can see from the spawns here, this is a 4-player map. And that's kind of unique for RAGL, I believe, because there used to be a 4-player map, but I think it only allowed cross spawns in Season 11, if I'm not mistaken. So this, as far as I'm aware, and correct me if I'm wrong here, is the first ever time that you can have random spawns and have it affect the gameplay, because you can have cross spawns, you can have proxy spawns. No, wait. There used to be a map in maybe Season 10 that allowed for that, because I think I played Orb on a proxy spawn map. But one of the rare instances anyway of that happening. So the engineer just looking at the oil derrick menacingly. Anjew, you okay, buddy? It's not like you've got too much crazy micro going on in the early game. You're microing like 3 different units. I'm not sure why I'm not just capping that. It's so confusing to me. Okay. Is he finally? No? Anjew? Are you? Okay. Unano is already siphoning the income and the welfare off of the oils. That was a bit special from Anjew. So this is a huge map, and it's got a comm center in the middle. I've talked about this. I initially started another cast thinking that it was a game of Unano versus Anjew, but it turned out it was just this Oops using the same color, and I had already covered that game. It was Oops versus Unano. It's one for the backlog. So this is a map that I wanted to touch upon. It lends itself to a War Factory opener. And I'm kind of surprised to see Unano with the double ref here, because at the end of the day, you've got one big chunky ore field and you're incentivized to move out early on. At the end of the day, you're going to run out of ore eventually. And if you do this, there's also the possibility, the realistic possibility, that you're not going to be seeing your opponent for quite a while, because the spawn distances are quite long, even on proxy spawns. Proxy spawns sounds like it should be closer than it actually is. It really is not. So yeah. And if you have cross spawn, then it just takes half an hour to get over anyway. So I'm not seeing the value of the double ref build here. It's early pressure, I think, doesn't amount to much. 3 Grenadiers waiting in the wings. I think they can fire over the ridges and kill the oil derricks. Lob their nades from over here. I think that should be possible, but I'll have to double check. And that's a very safe way of killing off the derrick, because the opponent has to take the long way around. Oh, he's going for the base though. With 3 different Grenadiers, that's juicy. And this time Anjew has kind of skipped his base defense. Ouch, that's gonna be nasty. That's the first grenade being lobbed. Anjew is still not producing from the barracks. What is he doing? What is he microing? Oh, finally. Ooh, so the power plant stays alive. I think he's not in low power for now. And that's a deny. Nope. No low power here. That can be so annoying. I just played a game against Gormented, who rushed me with 3 grenadiers and I have nothing. Okay, still the Derrick has been secured for Unano for the time being. This should be a good timing for Anjew's APC though. Did he go for an APC? Whoa, no, he skipped the light vehicle. He is going the classic 5 harvester into expansion build. So he's playing it as greedy as possible without dying to grenadiers, and so far he's done a good job at not dying to grenadiers. So kudos to him. His MCV timing is gonna be really good. 4 minutes 10 seconds. That is pretty much the earliest you can squeeze out an expansion without sacrificing your barracks. I think if you sack the barracks, then it can be 4 minutes, but that's not a viable option if you ever want to win a game in RAGL, because aggression is the name of the game. Yeah, so super good. And this is also going to be an entrenched position towards his opposition. That is, I like that. That just narrows the options of Unano down. Unano, oh, he's going for flamers. That's a flamer APC, huh? That's so interesting. Okay, this could go either way. This is gonna be dicey. I like that. He's also saved up for a Tesla coil already. That is insane. Okay. Okay, so both players are gonna be contesting for the same spot. It's an expansion here. Oh, MCV already taken a pummeling. And the infantry are being shaved off as well, so most of the rockets are gone. That's not too bad. Unano still hasn't found a spot to deploy in. But I think that like the base construction radius ends here. So Anjew would have to move his Conniard down south. He also has managed to save, to get a Derrick for himself here. Also has got the first earlier tank, and this means lost valuable mining time for Unano, who has had his refinery ready to place for a minute or two. So that is just a lot of wasted time. The flag truck going into zap range. So that's all she wrote here. Has anyone retained their engineer? Oh, Unano has. He's capping back the Derricks. Not negligible. That can add up over time. There's the Flamer APC. Alright, we have to gotta keep tabs on that. I mean, there is nothing at all in the way of defense in Anjew's base. He's moved both his Conniards forward. The other one being set up for an expansion here. So this APC may hit really, really hard. Tank being repositioned. Oh, the wall is coming up as well. I like that. I think Anjew should just move back his units a little, yeah. Oh, Flamer drop. Going for the War Factory. Crushes. 2 so far. It's not enough. War Factory is going down. Just barely with the last Flamer Blast. That is nasty. That means 40 seconds without tank production. That is going to be significant. Alright, tanks inching their way forward. So for the time being, and Unano can accrue a massive tank advantage. I like the rocket soldier being included here, just firing over the walls if need be. Yeah, the problem is this is a large map, so Unano has lost some mining time, but his actual mining operations right now are fairly good. Concave. There is the armies are converging. Anjew has lost more than Unano, so again, not the best of trade deals for him. And Unano has managed to set up a juicy expansion. He should be slightly behind in lifetime earnings. Yeah, assets are slightly ahead here. But that should be that should equalize in just a little bit, because Unano still has this very, very juicy expansion, plus another one in the bottom right. Oh, that's a big one. That's a starting location as well. I would like for Anjew to move down his Conniard. Oh, Unano is going for the counter aggression, because Anjew is playing it extremely safe, I feel, given his position. Oh no, that's got to be the War Factory yet again. Oh, that's not gonna be a fun time. That is gonna be nasty. So, is there anything special in the works? Double War Factory already, okay. So maybe a forward War Factory would be a good call. Anjew not reacting in time. The Harvester is forfeit. There is also still an Engineer. Anjew, move your Conyard, please. Please. I beg of you. Do not lose the Conyard for nothing. That is one of the core skills. Try and save your Conyards whenever possible. The option to deploy structures is crucial. Tanks are going in, but the infantry is nowhere to be found yet, and that's a completely lonely war factory in the middle of the desert. In the middle of the green desert here. I don't know, man. That was just an unfortunate turn of events. There is now a complete surround on these units, so they're gonna die off, but that was not worth it for Anjew at all. He lost an expansion. This tank should go down on the way out. Thank you, good sir. We're gonna take a look at the combat tab. Yeah, Unano is firmly in the driver's seat. Triple Tesla coil. What the actual hell? That is zap time. Holy crap. We're gonna see some disco balls here. Wow. Man, the Tesla coils, they're firing on the infantry. You have to manually target the heavy tanks. Because they are not good against infantry at all. That's only rockets here. Oh, it's going from bad to worse for Anjew. What an unlucky turn here. The Conyard is boxing itself in, but it's taking a massive pummeling from all sides. Okay, that was good. Because with the undeploy, the rockets can no longer fire over wall. You can no longer fire over walls to hit it. Oh my goodness, completely dismantled here. There's radar tech on the way for Unano. The counter push has killed off the refinery, but that's all she wrote. Man, it's getting from bad to worse. It's not Anjew's day here. He has outmaneuvered himself. He has been playing 5D chess and losing against himself. Alright. Going forward, pressing his perceived advantage. That is not actually an advantage. The harvesters are waiting. Yep, waiting to harvest some bodies here. Someone's gonna go home with a body bag. And it's gonna be lots of conscripts. Yeah, GG being called. He has been pushed out on all fronts. Nice idea from... Oh, I've got the bug again. Nice idea from Anjew. The execution a bit lacking. So, what was his problem? He got caught with his pants down. This expansion, he was not supposed to lose that. And his war factory being flamed down was also kind of the beginning of the end. So, really good games. Unano is definitely a contender for a top 4 spot right now, I would say. Has won lots of games against a prominent opposition. And we are going to be back with more RAGL in just a couple days. Because I'm hyped, I'm keen to cast some more. I'm also keen to play, actually. Despite losing a lot, I've been having fun. Whenever I find the time to play my matches, which is very, very rare. So I can only play the RAGL matches, but that's about it. Alright, that's it for this cast. We're going to be back in a couple days. There's lots and lots of RAGL to cover, and I'm planning on covering it all. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. 5 Aces, out.
Battle control terminated.